Good morning. Good morning, Zach. Good morning, Em. Lurking while on the phone. That's fine. Oh, forgot about my volume. How are you guys doing this morning? Yeah, lurking while she cleans the house. Good. I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better. Glad you're feeling a little bit better. I feel like my glasses are like lopsided on my head. Good morning, TJ. We got our carpet ripped out today, or yesterday. My allergies did not like that. They did not. I had such a headache. But it looks so much better in here with it ripped out. I am doing good this morning, Zach. I haven't been awake for very long. I got out of bed like half an hour ago. I've been awake since 8:30, but I didn't get my butt out of bed till 9. Parents are going to be here Friday. So I still got a lot to do before they get here. There are a couple of rugs, like area rugs in this part of the room where the big fish tank is, where the Oscar is, that I want to get rid of those rugs because there is hay and stuff on the rugs, and there's no way I'm getting all that hay up. So I'd rather get rid of the rugs and then sweep, so that there's no evidence of hay when my parents come. Good morning, Jeff. So got everything done in this room. I just gotta get rid of some things in that room, get rid of the rugs, dust some stuff extra well, because you know my mother. She's with my relatives right now, in another part of Canada. They're from Northern Ontario, and right now she's in Southern Ontario, visiting her mother, my grandmother, and my cousins and my aunt and uncle and um, stuff like that, which means that she's only about 8 hours away from me now. Um, so on Thursday, they are leaving there, or I guess Friday, early Friday morning, leaving there to come here. I'm going to take a break from doing videos until June, July, and August. I'm going to do videos in the building. Okay, TJ. It's Memorial Weekend, doing a great fishing trip. Sweet. Chris Cook, good morning. How are you doing? Thank you for dropping a like. I got to drop a like for my own. How are you doing? So yeah, we're going to be putting up with my parents for a few days. Uh, I won't be putting up with, well, I'll be putting up with my mother a little bit. I think my husband's going to be putting up with her a little bit more because she pisses him off, the way she talks to me and stuff. But I could get along with her for a little while as long as she doesn't try and tell me how I need to live my life. I love her to death. I really do. I do love her. She just, that was odd. That was odd. Johnny, good morning. How are you doing? It is Monday. We had some storms yesterday, a lot of rain. You know, Brinley's going to hate having bare floors in here. The way she tears around, she's going to slide into a wall. But it'll be funny. Darwin, good morning. How are you? Oh, that's cool. Watch some awesome videos of prehistoric predators of the sea. Every now and then, when I feel like watching something relaxing, I watch Blue Planet. Pretty interesting if you're interested in sea life. I'm sorry I didn't catch that one, Passion. Catch what? What didn't you catch? I'm sorry. I'm confused. Not there yet to know how things are. Maybe my brain is still sleeping, but I'm confused. Gotta go. Have an apartment inspection about to happen. Great stream, much love. All right, good luck on your inspection. I hated apartment inspections. Good luck with that, and we'll talk with you later, Chris. Have a good day. Yes, the coffee is good. I have Dove dark chocolate almond creamer in it. Yes, makes it delish. It's like a treat with caffeine. Good morning, FO Chicken. Nigel Marvin chased by prehistoric. I would not want to be chased by a prehistoric sea monster. Nope. I was taught. Oh, okay. You're fine. It's okay. Not a problem. It is okay. Oh, sleepy, sleepy. I hate mornings. I don't like mornings. I don't like getting up. I actually had the AC in my bedroom on through the night, although it is temperature regulated. So once it gets cool enough, it shuts off. But I hate turning it on because then I know the electric bill is just going to skyrocket. Granted, the one in our room is new, so it should be a little bit more cost effective than the other ones we have. I need to replace the one down here. It's the biggest and it's old and it makes funny noises, and yeah, we need a new one. But it's going to cost, so we need to plan for it. Hello, can I help you? Do you want coffee? Yeah, it feels weird not doing a live stream in the morning, Zach. I went to church, so I got up at 8:30, 8:30, got ready for church. Church was at 10, so it was my secret sister's the person I buy for secretly. Um it was her birthday on Saturday and I had to go so I could bring her something for her birthday, sit it on the shelf for her. Is tomorrow puzzle day? Today might be puzzle day. Never know. I might do a puzzle a little bit later. I'm gonna be a little bit busier this week because my parents are gonna be arriving on Friday to visit for a few days, and I've got a few things I got to do in here to prepare, like sweep up. You're gonna fall off. sweep up a bunch of hay. Later on, I'm gonna have to move the rabbits upstairs, move the guinea pigs upstairs. I don't know where I'm putting the guinea pigs yet. Um, so that they don't see them because they don't know that I have them. But I've got to make it look like nothing that eats hay lives here. So I'm gonna be a little bit busy. But what are you doing? Huh? That's my coffee. My coffee. I hope she liked it. She likes coffee shops. So I got her a birthday card and a Starbucks, $15 Starbucks card, gift card. Yes, the rabbits are a secret, and so are the guinea pigs. But I think I found a home, you guys, for the boys. Um, the male guinea pigs. I'm keeping the females for sure, but I've been looking for a place for the males to go. The males were more uh of an impulse, which I don't necessarily agree with impulse. I don't agree with impulse buying, especially if you haven't done your research first. But I had done my research, um, and it was more of an impulse rescue because they were with people I knew that needed to rehome them quickly. So I just came to the rescue. But I have found somebody that I know. I don't know her real well, but I know, okay, she is one of my really, really good friends. Her son, um, it's his girlfriend. They're animal lovers. It's his girlfriend. She has a huge cage, a huge cage. So, um, I was not going to give them to anybody who was not going to put them in an appropriate sized cage. Their cage is huge. Like it's going to be bigger than what they're in. And theirs is already appropriate. So that's really good. Um, she's going to get everything that she needs for them because I said, this is what they're eating. This is what, blah, 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 blah. She's getting everything all together. And then she's going to call me. And the boys, I said, they have to stay together. She's good with that. They're going to go to her. And um, I can check in on them since I know her. I can check in on them, make sure that they're doing okay, make sure that everything, I mean, because if she ever at some point can't keep them, I'll just take them back. I'll take them back so that I make sure that they still get a good place. But yeah, you started tearing up on Saturday afternoon. Why, Zach? She probably would, girl. And I mean, she does. She doesn't. I think she gets the heebie-jeebies walking to my house because she doesn't like. She is such a neat freak. She is such a neat freak. So the fact that I have shedding animals drives her insane. Um, she doesn't even like sitting down on my couch because her clothes are going to get hair on them when she gets up. I think it drives her crazy when I visit her because I've got animal hair on my clothing. And then I sit on her spick and span couch. Oh, the video I put up of it still kills me. That poor sweet dog. I want to get her so bad. I do not want her sitting in that shelter and at her age. She's elderly. She should be loved on. Like I was talking to my husband when he got home after I made the video and I said that poor baby should be loved on, cuddled and loved on, and she's sitting in a shelter at 12 years old. I had to stop talking and like take breaths because I was gonna cry. I want to get her out of there so bad, but we cannot have another dog. We cannot have another dog, and Bella would not go for that. Bella would not go for that. Yes, fur is an accessory. It is. In this house, it is. In fact, when I went for my job interview, I kind of felt like uh self-conscious about the fact that my shirt had animal hair all over it, but I thought, I'm applying for a job at a pet store. If they don't understand pet hair on the shirt, we've got a problem. I know, I love her so much. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Are you guys still getting the rat? I am the their the rat is still there. Ian does want her. Um and he won't be here till Wednesday. Adoptions start again tomorrow. Um so I said, "Well, she's not meant for you if you get here Wednesday and she's gone. But if she's still there, go and get her. Her adoption fee is $25. We could put her in something temporary. He's going to use Amazon Prime to order the cage that he found. It's the appropriate size. It's about $114 for the cage. It's huge, it's multi-level. They like to climb, so the only negative to it is it has a wire bottom, and wire bottoms on cages are not good. They're always eye-catching for people, and for the idea that they don't stand in their waist, it falls in the tray underneath, but the wire hurts their feet over time. It's not good for rabbits, it's not good for rats, it's not good, it's just not good. So this has a wire bottom, but we're gonna put a solid bottom on it. We're gonna put something solid over top of the wire. Like a Yeah, it is an old dog, TJ, because it's a Shih Tzu like mine, like my little Bella. She looks exactly like Bella, and she's 12 years old already, and it breaks my heart. What will I do if you get a job? I'll still be around. I just won't be around maybe around the same times because if I work in the morning, I won't be able to do my morning streams. I'll have to figure out something. But it's going to start out as part-time. But uh if I get the job, it'll start out as part-time, but then it's going to move to full-time because they're looking to replace the lead pet tech. So I'm basically going to be trained to take the lead pet tech's place, which is kind of scary for me. I've never been lead anything. So I I know I can't get that dog out of there, Zach. I really want I would love to foster her if anything. Like foster her so she's not in a kennel being scared out of her mind, being loved on until somebody takes her. But what if I were to have her here and foster her, I wouldn't want to give her up. That's the thing. But for any of you who didn't see that video, I have a picture of her and it kills me that she's that. I mean, it could very well be that somebody wasn't heartless and just put her in there because they didn't want an elderly dog. It could be that she had an elderly owner and they passed away. But at the same time, even if that did happen, I would like to think that there was some family out there that could have taken that dog in somehow or rehomed her without having to put her in the shelter. I mean, that's the way my mind works. But she's so precious. I can't even stand it. She looks so much like Bella, just a little shaggier. I want to get her out of there so bad. So bad. I hate the idea of picturing her sitting in there scared. I would get the dog if I was closer, but I don't know how to get out here. And the thing is, like my husband said, she's already 12 years old. If we got her, I'd get attached and she'd probably die in a couple of years because she's already old. And I was like, well, I'm that would kill me, but at the same time, at least I know that the last few years of her life she'd be loved. I never understood the cages with wire floors. I know. Like I get the concept behind it. Keeping the waste away from them. It falls through and they don't walk in it and stuff like that. I get that, but at the same time, it does hurt their feet. And I think it to some degree it's laziness on the owner's part because they don't have to clean it as often because they don't have to make sure that they're not walking in it. You know, you just got to clean it more often. So like it's not I mean if you can't do that, you shouldn't have them. NKM, good morning. How are you? Excuse me. Yeah, my Bella looks exactly, I don't know where she is, but she looks exactly, I said, now we know what Bella's going to look like when she's elderly. 'Cause she looks like her, like completely. Bella, where are you? Bella, you're upstairs. What are you doing? Come here. Yep, basically lazy owners. I mean, it just, the only thing different is if they leave that longer because it fell on a tray, it's just going to smell. Um, every now and then, I don't change the rabbit litter as often, but their rabbit urine is so potent. It's worse than a dog. It's worse than a cat. Like the cat litter, I can handle a little more. Rabbit litter, if you leave it too long, like my husband went and dumped it in the trash for me because even when he went out there, I walked outside because we were ripping out the carpet. I walked outside and I got just a couple of feet away from the trash can and I almost gagged. It it's awful. It's awful. Their pee stinks to high heaven. So I have to like when I deal with my depression and anxiety, I have to push past it for certain things like making sure that litter gets done. I It's too easy to be like I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't feel like doing it right now. I'll do it, and then I pay for it because it stinks like crazy. It's not so bad while it's just sitting there. But once you stir it up, oh Lord have mercy. Bella, everybody wants to see you. Come here. I'm not getting another dog. I got two after my dogs passed away. I'm going to move on to keeping reptiles, fish, amphibians, and invertebrates. Yeah, there are some people I've seen that said once their animals go, they're not getting others. And I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do that. I can't not have an animal. Now, my husband would rather, he told me yesterday he doesn't want more rabbits once they go. And that should be for several years. And I said, well, I'm hoping by the time they go, we'll be in a better position that they won't have to be right in our living room. They can have their own space. And in that case, then I want more rabbits. But if they're going to have to be in our living room like they are, then we'd wait. Thank you, NKM. I appreciate it. All right, TJ, have a great day. Bella, come here. Come here. Bella, Bella. Hey. She's totally ignoring me. Totally ignoring me. Bella. The cat's here. The cat is here. Hello. Yeah. Bella, what are you doing? Hi, thank you. Zach says, hi, Shadow. Hi, Shadow. She was one that we got. She was rehomed from somebody whose cat had kittens. So they were giving kittens away. She was free. We got her when she was 8 weeks old, and she was a little runt. She was so tiny. And I would put her up on our bed, and she'd like sit on my pillow, and she just looked like a little queen. Um, and she was offended by the ceiling fan. So she would look at the ceiling fan, and as it's spinning around, her little head is doing this business. It was the funniest thing in the world. And then at some point, the fan pissed her off, and this tiny little 8-week-old kitten would go. She was trying to hiss, and it was like, it was killing me. I was laughing so hard. All right, Johnny's got to go make some coffee. I'm a tease. Down the wormhole. Good morning. How are you? I did catch your live yesterday. I just wasn't talkative. I was listening. We had lots to do yesterday. So I had it playing and I was listening. Can you say hi? Oh. I hear something. Something weird in the house. Ghosty noises. Hi. You're gonna make me spill my coffee, little miss. You are. So how has your first week of work gone? Let everybody know. I was listening in. I love the story with the bird. The bird doesn't like you. Um, my interview went well, so I'm waiting. I think it went well. It seemed to. They were impressed with my animal knowledge. They were impressed that I could groom. Um, so we'll see. I told my husband because he said, "How long are you going to give them before you go back and say, hey, what's up?" And I figure, well, they're interviewing more than just me. So my interview was Thursday. I'll probably give them till Thursday. And then I'll be like, hey, so have you made a decision? You just won all sorts of attentions this morning, huh? You started your diamond painting? Mine's supposed to arrive today. Originally, it said Wednesday, but then yesterday my husband looked at the tracking and he said that it looks like it's going to come today. So I'm excited. Unfortunately, this week I'm busy getting ready for my parents, so I might not be able to really sit down and, whew, excuse me, might not really be able to sit down and work on it. You're sticking your hair all over me. Are you liking it so far, Zach? Excuse me, don't headbutt the cup. You spill it. Oh, nails, nails. And yeah, so another good reason to rehome the two male guinea pigs would be because Ian needs the space in his, because right now they're in his room. And he needs the space for his big old cage that he's getting so he can adopt this rat. So they do look neat. I'm looking forward to getting mine. I've watched several people do them, and I'm just like, I want to get one. I want to get one. I want to get one. So my husband paid for it for me to get one for Mother's Day gift. So it should be here today. Oh yeah, because next week you're going to Florida, right, Zach? You said? Maybe I'll bring it to the hotel when my parents are here, and I can lay it out on the table, and I can show it to my mother, and we can like, I might get her started on doing some. Average girl is back for a few. She's doing some. She's got to catch up on house cleaning since she's been sick. What's for dinner tonight? I haven't even had breakfast yet. I can't think about dinner. Oh, you have to go to Colorado next week. Okay. Who takes care of the Who's going to take care of the baby turkeys when you go? Because you're going to have the baby turkeys by then, right? When we when we ripped out the carpet yesterday, I was like, you know what? Let's just save ourselves some aggravation. And we cut the carpet around the TV stand, around the fish tank, and we left remnants of carpet. We didn't move the TV, we didn't move the DVD stand, nothing. It's the carpet is just underneath those things, and we cut everything else out. We did move a chair, we moved the rabbits, we moved the couch, but we didn't move anything. We couldn't move the fish tank, but we just cut around it. I was like, it's this way it doesn't hurt the floor, right? Oh, yeah, that's what we did. We're terrible. We're just protecting the floor. Oh, they come the day you get back from Colorado. Okay. How about if you go, because aren't you supposed to go to Florida? Aren't you going to Florida at some point, or am I thinking of somebody else? Move this forward. I want to. See a little bit better. Your grandma's going to take care of them? Okay. That's always my concern is who's going to look after them when I go away. But when I go to visit my family in August, my husband's staying behind so he can look after everybody and the dog. He was like, what if they assign me to a job and I have to go? And I was like, well, I'll see if somebody can feed them for the short little time. And he goes, well, what about Brinley? Because Brinley can't just stay in the house in her kennel. And I'm like, oh, yeah. But I think that it'll be based on the time I picked about going. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. So won't have to. I wish I could just bring Brinley with me, but they won't allow me to take her across the border. We're bringing Bella, but I did basic housework while sick, so now today it's all the heavy duty stuff: scrubbing surfaces, dusting bath. Oh no, you're out of creamer. I've got a whole unopened one of these in the fridge too. This one's like half full. It's so good. It says it's new. Dove dark chocolate almond. It's really good. My husband's got hazelnut, or not hazel. What's he got? Maybe it is hazelnut. No, no. I think it's French vanilla. I forget. Bella, why don't you come down here? Bella, come here. Come here. Don't just look at me. Come here. Come. Come, come. Spinach, bacon, cheese. Ooh. Ooh. Yum. Got my homeschool facilitator coming over Wednesday. Cool. So your daughter home? I'm okay. Is your daughter homeschooled then? Ian's homeschooled. My son is homeschooled. He does online stuff, which makes it really nice for he can work during the day, he can work during school hours because he just does his schoolwork after he's done. He can spend the night here when he comes for visitation because he doesn't have to go off to school. And since he lives 45 minutes away, he can still come to me, spend the night, and then in the morning he just gets online and does his schoolwork. So it makes it really nice. And he's doing really well. I mean, he was doing really well when he was in public school too, but he's just a smart kid anyway. Crystal, good morning. How are you? And he's going to be a senior next year. Crazy. Matthew Moore Cichlids, hello. How are you? I haven't seen you in ages. So that's partially my fault because I don't make it to everybody's fishy streams like I used to. I need to. I need to I need to get better about that. I need to split up my time better. How are you doing besides working? If you guys like fish, Matthew Moore Cichlids is another one to visit, another one to check out. For sure, for sure. Too bad Nike Girl's not here because she would probably grab you because she likes fish. She's got some Oscars. Oh, Stacy's home. Hello. You left early this morning. Uh, Two people are having breakfast for dinner. Who else? Because Average Girl said omelets. Who else is having breakfast for dinner? Oh, Zach. Pancakes and sausage. Ooh. I am jealous. You can let Brinley out if you want. I should have French toast with bacon or something. French toast, scrambled eggs, bacon. Sounds really good. Yeah, I saw that. I watched it, and we had some storms yesterday too, but not like that. But it's funny because after I watched her video late last night. I missed when she streamed it, but I watched the video last night, and guess what I dreamed about? I dreamed about tornadoes. Monsters all day. My man made us chili cheese fries and burritos. Oh, cool. We had taquitos and French fries. Taquitos and fries. I gotta pour myself some more coffee, which I have right here. My coffee was put into a travel mug. My husband did it, and then I could just pour it out. But we had to get new mugs because our bigger ones that we had, which actually aren't bigger, I discovered, maybe only by a couple of ounces, but it was leaking. I filled it up yesterday and it was leaking all over me. So I was like, we need new ones. And he bought new ones. Ooh, French bread pizza. We had French bread pizza last week, I think, if I remember correctly. That's not even a whole cup. I might have to make myself more coffee because that's not a whole cup of coffee. I cannot have just 1.5 cups. First grade at the moment. My son was in public school in the first grade. He didn't start homeschooling until the 5th grade. But the only thing where because his dad is the one that got him into homeschooling, and the only part where they drop the ball is that they don't put him into any programs where he can be around anybody. Like he's always alone, and that bothers me. They promised him when they pulled him out of school, they promised him field trips and this and that. And he was like, "We've been on one field trip since the 5th grade, and he's going to be a senior." He's like, "They lied to me." Be around other people and stuff like that, and they didn't follow through with any of it. Yes, when you wake up with a stuffy head, beware the pollen count. A few mornings ago, I was waking up with a headache, and it was because of the pollen count. Because I get like my sinuses go nuts. So let me look at my pollen count today. Let me look at my pollen count today. Boys and Girls Club. He wouldn't do that at this point. He would. I would practically have to force him to go. I've been trying him to go to the youth group, um, but he hasn't braved that yet. We have a river flood warning. It's a lot cooler today. It's 55 degrees, but it was really sticky yesterday. But then we had storms, so it's cooled off. 55 degrees today. It's still kind of gray and gross. Yep. Pollen levels are very high today. I'm actually surprised I didn't wake up with a headache. What else? Ah! Faux chickens having cream soda. Said cream soda? Yeah. Most activities and field trips you find are from Facebook. Yeah. And that's the thing. They're not doing the footwork to find those kinds of things for them. or they haven't. So, which kind of makes me angry if you're wanting to. I think they're also took the easy way out doing the online stuff. Now, granted, he's doing well, but in a lot of cases, it's hands off for them because the program online is what's teaching him. So they don't sit down with him and do anything with him. It's all like it's a good thing that he's a good kid and he's a responsible kid because he gets up in the morning, he logs in, he does the work, they just check to make sure that he did the work. They don't help him. I just think it was all totally like um their easy way out kind of deal. He could mentor kids because there are times that I have to ask him a question because he's he catches on to things faster than me. He's doing better in school than I did in school. So I'll be, especially if it's math, I'll ask him a math question because math is, I can't. My brain does not do math beyond basic math. Yeah, I actually, after watching the replay of her stream, of Nike's stream, I actually dreamed about tornadoes yet during the night. And we get tornadoes here, just not often. Like we'll get tornado warnings for sure, but we don't always have anything that touches down. It seemed to me that we had more tornadoes touch down here in this city when I lived where Ian's dad is, 45 minutes away. We would be there and we'd hear about tornadoes touching down here. Now that I'm here, I'm really not seeing tornadoes touching down. When I lived there, when Ian was 4, a tornado, it didn't touch down, but it kind of hovered and flew over. Like it didn't come all the way down, but it just kind of flew over and it still did enough damage. It was uprooting trees and knocking down power lines and I didn't have a basement at the time. I ran next door to the neighbor, which was difficult because I grabbed my little bag with water and things like that in it, grabbed my kid, could hardly get the door open because it was so freaking windy, ran across the yard. About 2 minutes after I got inside their house, the tree across the street came out of the ground. Zach is almost at 200 subscribers. That is awesome. Black Sheep, good morning. How are you? Oh, Debbie Wynn. Hello, how are you? Almost missed you there. I don't know how. No, I did. I am in Indiana. I am in Indiana. FO Chickens in Texas. I know that Average Girl is in Texas because they're sisters, but that doesn't mean anything. My sister lives in Canada. Oh, I almost didn't put enough creamer in there. That was a little bit strong. A little bit stronger than I'm used to drinking. And Zach is in Arizona. Oh, so's Matthew Moore Cichlids. Cool, cool. So you and Matthew, you and Zach Fisher are neighbors. You're both in Arizona. I gotta put like a splash more. A splash. I'll put Stacy Wet Brinley out. She left her in there. I think she could. Why do I smell food suddenly? I smell food. Huh. I've hardly been anywhere. I think the most extravagant place I went was Bermuda when I was a teenager. Otherwise, I was only ever visiting family. I haven't really been anywhere else. Oh, I've been to Washington. I have been to Washington. I stood in front of the White House. Um, but that was more of a when I was still married to my ex and he wanted to do some ancestry stuff. So we were in the area because he wanted to go to this bigger library type deal. See, and I haven't been to Alberta or BC. I've been to Manitoba, but I'm from Ontario. So, and Ontario is just so big that everything we ever did and everywhere we ever traveled was still in Ontario, like with the exception of Manitoba. I had a friend, one of my best friends from school, moved to Alberta, but I'd never gone. I've not never been there. I have been in Virginia, but that was um, when it was around the time that we went to Washington because he had a cousin that lived in Virginia, and we went and visited her while we were in the area. Exactly, chicken. Ontario's so big it's hard to escape. Like really, the only for the most part, the only license plates you ever see in Ontario is Ontario because if there's just nothing around it. You might see some Minnesota plates because people cross the border and come into Canada. And actually, the city that I lived in Ontario, there was nothing around it. Like the closest thing was this little tiny blink and you miss it town, like an hour away or whatever. Like they're just in the middle of no place. Um, so there was nothing really around where I lived. We see tons of out of state plates because our economy is booming in my area. Are you going through Minnesota when you go to Canada? No, we're going to go through Michigan. I'm going to drive through Michigan when I go. Not last year, not last summer, but the summer before, we did go through Minnesota um, because we always look for a hotel that we can stay in with points, with hotel points. And the way that we came through Michigan, the same hotel was not going to be available on our way back. So we had to go a different route so that we could get a hotel in the same area where we would want to stop. Ontario is where they would film NYC scenes. They actually filmed X-Men. Was it X-Men? Filmed X-Men in Ontario, in Toronto. Which is in southern Ontario. It's kind of close to where my mom and dad are right now. They're in southern Ontario, about an hour away from Toronto, visiting my grandmother. And then they're going to be coming here. They're about 8 hours away. And then they'll be coming here and driving me crazy. That's better. Not quite as. Wow. Even you even see Alaska plates? Serious? Oh, of course. Of course I could get pictures. Yes, yes. In fact, I have some pictures already from previous trips, but I mean, I suppose I could do a screen share, but I'd have to find the pictures, be among other pictures. But yes, I always take pictures because the scenery there is gorgeous. Um, let's see. This is actually taken about half an hour from um where I grew up. Let's see if you can see that at all. Ah, some, some waterfalls. That doesn't do it justice at all. We've got this mountain called the Sleeping Giant. When you see it off of Lake Superior, because where I grew up is right off of Lake Superior, and you could see the mountain. It looks like a giant sleeping, therefore its name, the Sleeping Giant. Um, I got so many pictures of that hiding somewhere, but it looks really cool from a distance. That sucks, average girl. Sweating and the thermostat reads 68. But you're doing stuff, so let's see if I can find you. It's not going to be a picture I took, but it'll give you an idea of what the sleeping giant looks like. It's really hard to see a moose in the wild. My husband really wanted to see a moose, and we didn't get to see one. Um, we did see a bear. He had never seen a bear. So when we were a few hours away from where we were going, a black bear wandered across the road. I had to slow down, and I was like, "Look, look!" And a bear just walked across the street. Okay, so here is a picture with some random strangers in the water. But let me see if I can get this to turn. Okay, I blew it up a little bit so you can't see the random strangers in the water. But there's the sleeping giant. Really doesn't, in this view, does not look like a sleeping giant, but that's what it's called. the view from where I grew up. It looks like a sleeping giant when I look at it, but not when I see it in the screen. And there is a state park on there, Sleeping Giant State Park. But yeah, definitely. And there's usually a lot of deer, but when we're driving. But my mom's always worried about, especially driving at night. Moose are a problem. Um, there's still a lot of those beware signs of deer, but you want to beware a lot more of the moose, because if you're just in a regular little vehicle like I'm going to be in, if you hit a if you hit a moose, you're pretty much dead. There's they're too large. They cause way too much damage, and you end up being crushed. So it's definitely a worry. You got to really keep your eyes peeled. And my favorite time to drive around there is in the fall, because the mountains and then the leaves are changing and they're gorgeous. I actually have a picture that I took. It's in the kitchen hanging on the wall. Let me grab it. There's a canyon there. It's not like the Grand Canyon, nothing like that. It's called Wilmette Canyon. And I took a picture of it, and it was fall, so it looks gorgeous. I actually submitted that picture for a photo contest, and I made it to the final round with that picture. And there's some book out there somewhere, and I don't know how to get my hands on it because I don't know what it's called anymore. It's been a little bit. It's been a minute. Um, but they put my picture in that book. But I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. But let me grab it off the wall. I'm gonna grab it for you. So I took this. I took this picture. I don't know if you can see that at all. There's a glare because of glass. I took that. I love this picture. So yeah. All right, do your dishes. Thank you, Zach. I'm proud of that picture. There's another, actually, I have another picture that I took. It's not from Canada, it's from the River Greenway where my son lives, but I'm pretty proud of that picture too. In fact, I submitted that picture too, and I even named it. I called it, what did I call it? I called it, I forget what I called it. That's how many years it's been. Pathway of Life, I think I called it. And the reason why I called it that was because from the angle that I took it, the path kind of goes off. the picture, so you don't know where life is going to bring you. And there were a couple of cracks in the path. Like the path looked pretty flawless, but then there were a couple of cracks in the path, and obviously your life isn't perfect, which the cracks would symbolize. And I made it a black and white picture. Tilt it back. That work? Actually, I got an album upstairs with some pictures in it. Ooh, a nail must have come off the picture. Nike girl, good morning. Good to see you haven't flown away. I watched the replay of your stream before I went to bed last night, and then I dreamed about tornadoes. Yes, the sun is the enemy for fair-skinned people. I burn easy. I love photography. I need to get a nice camera again. I used 35 millimeter Nikon camera for that picture and for a lot of my other pictures. But when I got divorced, I had to, he wanted that camera. So he took the camera. So I want to get me a really good digital Nikon camera, but I can't afford it at this point. I mean, we have a lot of other priorities before I can get myself a good camera. So for the time being, I use my phone. I mean, I have a digital camera, um, but I don't. The Nikon that I had, the 35 millimeter film camera that I had lenses like that you can take off. I had a long lens and the whole 9 yards. It was a good camera. But the one that I have now, the digital camera that I have, you can't exchange the lenses. You can't change out lenses, and that's what I want, which they're more expensive. So can't afford it yet. One day, one day. I cannot afford to pay attention. Yeah. Same here sometimes. Like I said, I'll have a conversation with my husband and he'll tell me something and I'll be like, I didn't know that. He's like, I told you that. And I'm like, you did? He goes, we just talked about it 5 minutes ago. Like totally, I don't know. I don't know where my head was when we were talking about it, but I had no recollection at all of the conversation at all. But the same thing happens vice versa. He'll be like, you didn't tell me that. I'm like, yeah, I did. What would be a good camera for vlogs? I mean, I've used the digital camera that I have upstairs. I've used, or is it down here now? I think it's down here now. I've used it for vlogs. Um, but, and I think it's a Nikon. anything that can be hooked up to your computer afterwards to get it off of the, you know, get it off of the camera or, whatever. And I don't have a good editing program on my laptop, so it's got to be something where I can get it off of the camera onto the laptop and get it off the laptop onto my phone or something, because I do all my editing or my putting video clips together on my phone because I don't have anything on my laptop. So I don't know. I don't know. I need to expand my horizons myself. Archine 13. Hello, good morning. I have an HP laptop right now, but I need to replace it. This one's kind of, it's a few years old, and it's yeah, it freezes on me. It doesn't have great picture. I mean, the lighting is quality of the camera is not good either. But it's an HP. I think it was only like a few $100s though, so I would like to get a really good quality laptop. But again, money. Everything costs money. You get what you pay for, and if I want something really good, I'm gonna have to have a really good. It's gonna have to have a price tag on it that I can't afford, and that's the problem. Oh, okay. DaVinci editing software. Hmm. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that. I miss Windows Movie Maker when it was just free and on your laptop. I miss that because I used to use it all the time. I used to use it. And now they're like, screw you, you can't have it. Not unless you pay for it. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I think it's raining again. Ooh, ooh, hiss. Yeah, I figure if they could figure out a way to charge us for breathing air, they're going to charge us for breathing air. If they can figure it out, we'll have to they'll start charging us to breathe. I mean, already when I go to the gas station to put air in the tire, it's like $1.50. $1.50 for air. I'm like, jeez. Although, if they were going to charge us to breathe air, what are they going to do with all the wildlife? They can't pay. The wildlife can breathe air for free, but not you people. I might have to make more coffee. If it helps, you can get anything on TV and payment plans. Yeah, see, payment plans are good, but at the same time, I can only afford so many things on payments. I mean, we're still paying off a student loan, we're still paying off a hospital debt. We have two mortgages on the house. We have two car payments. We've got a cell phone payment. I just there's too many payments. Too many payments. Yeah, we got ourselves an air compressor too, so we don't have to. I just got to remember how to use it. Yeah, $2 for air to fill up your tires is stupid. But we do have an air compressor. When my husband is home, he'll use the air compressor. If he's not around and we need air desperately, I will just pay the money and get it done because I haven't figured out totally how to. I need to actually record him using the air compressor so that I can look back at it and memorize the steps. Yeah, payment plans you end up paying more for the item than if you pay for it outright. We try and uh we have a credit card for like a place where they have electronics and stuff. So, when we did get a good laptop, we put it on the store credit card. Recently when we needed a new refrigerator, we also put that on the credit card and then we'll just pay monthly on the credit card. But we're trying to get away from using that because the last couple of times that we bought something there, they've really screwed us over. So I was like, you know what? I don't even want to support these people anymore. But, I said that before we got the refrigerator, but we needed a refrigerator and there was no way at that point that we could buy one outright. So we put it on the card and got it from them. And they screwed us over again. So that was twice. And I want to be done with them. I want to be done with them. It's come in handy for when we've needed things last minute, but I drank all my coffee too, girl. I've only had 1.5 cups. Yeah, we do have a Capital One that we get money back on it and can like put it towards the balance. You count pots? I think I may have to brew some more. Like really. Yeah, see that's where we were at with our car. But we did just recently, within the last month, trade in our car for another one. But the nice thing was, and we only had 1 year left to pay on the one we traded in. And we were looking forward to not having a car, one of the car payments. But then at the same time, we wanted to upgrade the car. So we still have a car payment, but it went slightly down. So it's cheaper. It's better in gas mileage. It's cheaper to fill it up. Payment per month is cheaper, but we still have the car payment. The car that we really want to trade in is we have an SUV it's a 2006. And unfortunately, right now we can't trade it in because it's pretty much upside down in car payments. We're upside down on it because when we had a when we had a large hospital bill, we were looking for any way possible to knock that down, which is why we have two mortgages on the house and we refinanced the SUV. So upside down. We have to knock a lot off of it before we can trade that in. And we really, really want to trade it in. Car payment stuck, but I can't afford to buy a decent one outright, so I'm stuck with a payment. Yeah. The car we just got that we traded our other one in for is a 2017. It's the newest car I've ever had. I've never had a car. Well, okay, the one we traded in was a 2011, and it was 2 years old when we got it. So I guess before I've had a car that new. because this one's 2 years old too. But we really need to trade in our SUV, 2006 SUV, and there's things wrong with it, and the gas mileage sucks, but we have to wait till we knock a lot more off of it. We did have some vehicles that, like there was a minivan we had that we bought outright for only a few $1,000s. Like it was like 2,500, I think, but it was like there was always something wrong with it, and we were like, we're always putting money into it. It was a money pit. So I'd rather have a little bit of a car payment than like always fixing something on it. And at least doing this way too, the car's under warranty for a while, so if something goes wrong with it, it's going to get replaced. Um, Certain things on it will get replaced. We won't have to worry about paying. Um, Not to mention, like the car that we traded in, there were so many recalls on it, and I was like, we practically had that whole car fixed with every recall. That there was like six or six recalls on it, and we were always having to bring it in, and they would fix whatever the recall was. And I'm like, we're getting this car fixed for free. Huh? Yeah. Although I do admit that the car that we just got has a backup camera, so that when I put it in reverse, it pops up and I can see behind me. I do like that. I do actually really like that. Because when we got our other car and I was backing out of a parking place and I saw the truck behind me. I did see the truck. So I'm backing up, but he had a flatbed trailer and I didn't realize that. So I could see the truck, couldn't see the trailer, and we'd only had the car for not very long. And I backed into the trailer and scratched the bumper. I was so upset. But now, having the backup camera, I don't have to worry about that because I could see everything. I will. When we got the car, my husband said, "Now don't back up into any trailers." I'm like, "Shut up!" And I'm not going to because I got this cool backup camera now. That's cool that you haven't had to put any repairs into it. Oh, I hated one of our minivans. The AC went out and the window motors went out, so we couldn't roll down the windows. But we didn't have AC. It was horrible. It was horrible. If you ended up managing to get the windows down, they didn't go back up. So we have a Saturn View, 2006 Saturn View. There's a peacock in your yard. Oh, cool. Yeah. I wouldn't mind some of those bumper things, rubber bumpers. Someone's texting me. I think it's my mother because it's a lot of texts. Nope, it's my son. Oh, what's he sending me pictures? He said, I forgot to show you these. He's kind of adopting my love of photography for himself. I'm asking him if he took these pictures because they're gorgeous. No, yeah, everything's fine. It's just my son, and he's showing me pictures. They're from Chicago, but he said forgot to show you these. So I'm like, did you take these? Because they're really pretty. Excuse me. I'll show you in a minute. If he took them, I'm impressed. So I'll show you. Aquariums down under. Hello, how are you? Yeah, it's late where you're at. Thanks for stopping in. Male peacocks are so. In fact, you should know right off the bat when she says there's a peacock in her yard, it's a male because females are not called peacocks, they're peahens. Little fun fact. I am doing good. It is only see you're it's late there. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning here. 11 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning. See if he answered me. He did take these. I gotta show you guys. He took these pictures. I I am thoroughly impressed. So these are from Chicago, and my son took these pictures. He sent me 3 pictures, you guys. He took this. Look at this. He is 16 years old. He took this picture. Can you see that? Ah, glare. That's awesome. It doesn't do it justice here. Let me see. This one is gorgeous. Ah, I wish there wasn't a glare so you could actually see what I'm seeing. Yeah, he needs a good camera too. I need a good camera. He needs a good camera. And then he took this. Uh, the sun is like, I don't know, big old ball of light there in the middle. Yeah, he needs a nice good camera. He's only taking pictures with his phone. But I want a good camera, and he clearly needs a good camera. Yeah, there's some other pictures that he's taken that I've been really impressed with. He's got a good eye. Yeah, he's got the same kind of phone as I have. It's a Samsung Galaxy S10. It's the new S10 Plus or whatever it is. I heard about that. Yes. Prayers for Doug Sweener, who is a fellow YouTuber. His cancer is starting to kick his rear. He is not doing very good at all. That's awful. Yes, prayers for Doug. Tony, hello, how are you? Good morning. Yes, the camera on this phone is even better than the Samsung Galaxy 8 that I had. It's even better. It's very crisp. Yes, prayers for now I'm saying Tony because Tony came in and I said his name. For Doug. All right, aquariums down under, have a great night. Sleep well. Yeah, cancer is I hate cancer. I hate cancer. My aunt is dealing with because my uncle when my son was 3 years old, he's 16 now, but when he was 3 years old, my uncle passed away from melanoma. So she lost her husband to cancer, and she's remarried, and just recently found out that now her husband now has prostate cancer. I was like, she cannot lose another husband. This is ridiculous. I can't stand cancer. FO Chicken's about to make some breakfast. Yeah, I need to eat something here soon myself. Now that I've had my coffee. Yeah, so Nike Girl just dropped Doug Sweener's link. If you haven't got him, get him. I've actually already got him. That's good. Oh, and he recently hit 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty sweet. Yes, leave a prayer message on one of his videos for sure. So you guys, if you don't have Doug Sweener, click on that link, subscribe, ring the bell, and watch a video and leave him a prayer message. Let him know that you're praying for him. Oh, and he was so excited about his 1K too. Oh, I'm gonna get all sad. Yes, as soon as I'm done my live stream, that's what I'm gonna do. In fact, I could do it from my phone. I don't even have to wait till my live stream is over. I'll just do it from my phone, you guys. There he is. Oh, there is a video update on Doug, so that's how everybody's learning about it. Yes, definitely needs prayers. Can you stop doing that? I love you though. Yes, I do. All right. I left a message. You had 3 messages. I actually I didn't have anything sent to me, but I saw Rock of Ages video. because he mentioned it and he uploaded a video mentioning it. So I saw that. So that's how I knew about it. That was the only thing I'd seen. Yeah, this is Shadow. Can you say hi? Say hi. Like, put me down, please. Okay, Zach. And Bella has not come down the stairs to see me yet. She's being a little boob. Hi. Mwah. Bella. Bella, Bella. I know you're still there. Come here. She's up at the stairs, and every time I call her, she looks around the corner and just stares at me from the top of the stairs, but she won't come down. Two blacks and a tortoiseshell. Tortoiseshell is so pretty, I think. I think tortoiseshell kitties are very pretty. Any kitty is pretty, but I love the tortoiseshell colors. Calico, tortoiseshell. I love those colors. I took her because there are stupid people out there who don't want a black cat. This is she doesn't have her. She's only got a little bit of white on her chest, but she's totally black otherwise. And the people who were rehoming the kittens were like nobody. There were black and white ones, and then there were all black, and all the black and white ones went first. Nobody wanted all black, and I'm like, I do. Like I'm not that stupid. I'm not so superstitious that I can't have. I'm not even superstitious, but I'm not gonna not take a black cat because people want to be ridiculous. She's a bobtail. Ooh, I didn't know she was a bobtail. Tony left a message on Doug's video. Awesome. I did too. I'm starting to get one of those allergy headaches. I may not have woken up with it, but I'm starting to get it now. Because the pollen is high, plus it's raining. People are idiots. Black dogs, black cats have the worst time finding homes. It's less about superstition these days and more about them not having unique colors. That's true too. Coloring, age, it all becomes an issue. Like you weren't in here, Arkine, when I was mentioning that. I mean, I made a video. You can look at the video that I uploaded the other day, but there are so many animals in our shelter right now, and I was really upset by the fact that we had like 16 guinea pigs in the shelter, 11 or so parakeets, and then there was a dog that's just like my Shih Tzu. She looks exactly like her. It's a Shih Tzu, and she's 12 years old. And it kills me that there is an elderly dog sitting in that shelter. No one's gonna, there's gonna have to be somebody. My husband, I was like, who's gonna take her? No one wants her. And he's like, there's going to be somebody like you out there that would take her. And I really hope that's true because I really want to go and get her out of there. But I have too many animals. But it kills me. Like I was near tears thinking about that poor dog. I want to get her out of there so bad, but I have too many animals, and I just hope that there's somebody else local who's got a heart like I have and go and get her because everybody's going to want to go and get the young puppies, the younger dogs. I mean, they did have some adoptions on Saturday when I first looked at the shelter, and there were 8 dogs. Now there's 4, and she's still one of them. The younger dogs were adopted. Off to shower, get ready for the day. Okay, down the wormhole. Have a great day. Lacey, hey, how are you? I'm back. I went over and left Doug a message. All right, cool, Zach. Just lost our 17-year-old in one of our. Oh, yes, I agree. And that's why it was killing me to see that poor, sweet 12-year-old Shih Tzu in the shelter. I want to get her out so bad. I really wish I could get her out. I don't have the money for the adoption fee for one, but, it kills me. It kills me that she's sitting in there. "Ooh, you're gonna do an update on your pond? Sweet. Yes, I wanna see the pond. I wanna see the pond." Yeah, my pets are family. That's like, I can't understand why people can just so easily I mean, people say like, I've seen so many being rehomed even on Facebook, on a local Facebook page. "It breaks my heart to give them away. It breaks my heart to give them away." Well, this one person, the puppy was only 3 months old, and she just had it for, like, a few weeks. Why'd you get it in the first place? If you're giving it away now already, or she's selling it. If you're selling it, why'd you get it in the first place? You haven't even had it for very long. I don't understand. People, kills me. Yumi and Benny, hi, how are you? I will be going live around 12:30 today. I'll be talking about mental illness and all kinds of stuff today. Kind of. Okay, Nike. I will try and make sure that I am there. Yep. Same with humans. People always want to adopt babies, and the older children are, yeah. Because there was, I'd seen something in the news about a boy who he's getting ready. He's 17 and he's getting ready to age out of the system, and he really wants a family. Like, and I was like, I wish we could just adopt him, because I, the idea of him aging out of the system and then not having a family, I want him to be able to be taken in by somebody, be adopted by somebody. And so when he becomes 18, he can, at least has a place to go. He has a family. But, hopefully there's somebody out there that has the ability and the desire to take in a child that's going to get ready to age out. I think he ages out in October this year. And he needs somebody with a heart for older children that's not going to just want a baby. Okay, I'll do one about the pond. I've got a few things that may be interesting. Cool. Yep, I agree, FO Chicken. I agree. And I hate that I wear my heart on my sleeve so much because I just, I think my husband thought I was a little bit nuts this weekend when I was like so close to crying over that dog. I was so close. Like I had to stop talking and like, because I was getting really upset just picturing that dog. And I do the same thing with kids, you know? I mean, I just want to impulsively go to where that kid is and say, "I'll take you. You're gonna be a part of our family." But I, we realistically we can't. But I want to because it just bothers me that much. Oh yeah, oh those guinea pigs. Yeah, a lot of guinea pigs are there, and yeah, there you couldn't find a guinea pig in town at all around Christmas, not at all, because they priced them down. They all got bought up, every single pet store, not a single guinea pig. And now there's 16 of them sitting in the shelter. Are you freaking kidding me? I hate people sometimes. I really do. I need to own a place with land, build a nice big enclosure outside that's heated and cooled, heated in the winter, cooled in the summer, and just put all the guinea pigs in there. Like, oh, I hate it. I hate it. I want to go in there and just take them all. I want to take that elderly dog and I want to take those guinea pigs. I want to take those birds. Like, I hate people. I mean, I love you guys. Don't get me wrong. I hate people that do that. I guess I should say. I hate people that do that. Yes. Yes. Surprisingly, there were only 3 rabbits, but it hasn't been that long since Easter, so give it a little bit of time, and all the bunnies that got adopted around Easter are going to end up in the shelter too. I guarantee you that. We're going to see a rise in the bunnies at the shelter once everybody who bought them up around Easter are going to get sick of them. Still have another 17-year-old dog, the 15-and-a-half-year-old, however much longer she's around, a 14-year-old. Wow. You're going to end up losing, like, that's my thing is right now, all our animals are young. We just last year lost one of our elderly cats, and right now all of our animals are young. So we're going to lose them all around the same time. Yeah, gift pets. Yep. That bothers me because a lot of the time they're impulses, they're not researched ahead of time, they don't know how to care for them properly, they're not living their best life, and then they're given up on because people don't want to continue to maintain them. Yep. Yep. And that's why my son, there's a baby rat. Zach just hit 200 subscribers. Woo! Anyway, there's a baby rat at our shelter, 9-week-old baby rat, and my son has been wanting a rat. And the thing is, he didn't just run out and get a rat. He didn't, he's actually been planning it. He's like, I want a rat. He didn't have a time frame for it, but he was researching in the meantime. So he knows what they can and can't eat, which the can't list is very small because rats are scavengers. But there are still some things that they can't eat. But he looked up minimum enclosure sizes, how far apart the bars have to be or how close together they have to be so that they can't get their heads stuck. All kinds of things. He knows that the wire bottom isn't good. And now he knows all this. And I told him, hey, are you still wanting a rat? Because there is a 9-week-old rat sitting in the shelter. He was like, I want her. And he knows that rats are social as well. So even though she's by herself, he's going to take her and then plan for a second one so that she's not alone. Who's bragging? I don't think we've had I did see a husky mix in the shelter on the weekend, but I haven't really seen anything with huskies so much. Yeah. I make sure our animals eat better than we do. I get them the best food that I can get, the healthiest food that they can get. They eat healthier than we do. Oh, getting closer to 700. I need to get to 1,000 so I can mobile stream. without having to use Hangouts. The baby rat at the shelter, her name is Lexi. He wants to change her name. I said, "You don't like Lexi?" I said, "What would you name her?" He wants to name her Raina. Yeah, that bugs me. Although it might be a little harder to do because huskies are usually more expensive with a breeder, or and especially in a pet store. If you get them at a pet store, they're going to be outrageously expensive. Do not shop for a pet, you need to adopt a pet. Yes, I agree. Now, this is where my heart gets in the way because adopt, don't shop for sure. But then I feel really bad for those puppies in the pet store because it's not their fault they were born. And I'm like, they need homes too, and what's going to happen to them? I don't agree with paying that outrageous amount of money for them. And I hate that they're from puppy mills, and stuff like that, but they are still living creatures and they need homes, and what happens to them? That's my that's where I struggle. I do agree with the adopt don't shop, um, but then I'm like, what happens to these poor babies? You know? Hopefully, I don't know what happens to them. Yep. I want to get if I happen to get monetized, yay. I just want 1,000 so that I can use my phone again. FO Chicken doesn't want to try and grow because people will expect things that, yeah. That's one thing about growing is that you kind of have to not disappoint people, and like I'm struggling with content. I'm doing a lot of live streams, but I'm kind of struggling with content because I feel like everything that I'm going to do is going to be repetitive to what I've already done. Yeah, they'll eventually end up in a shelter as well, but the mills will stop producing because no one's buying the animals. Yeah. And see, that's one thing I'm gonna get attached. I know I will. Um, the pet store that I applied at, that I'm hoping I get the job at, they do sell puppies. And part of my job is gonna be taking care of these puppies while they're there. And I know I'm gonna get attached because they're super, super cute. There are some super, super cute puppies there. I have plenty of videos to make, but it's all building stuff. So I have to have the money to buy them. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if I'll find out where they're getting them from. I couldn't work at a shelter either. I would want to take everybody home. Yep. I would have to take everybody home because it would break my heart. Like even just looking at the website on the weekend, and I was like, all those guinea pigs, all those birds. Even my husband said he wants a couple of the parakeets, but we have too many animals already. Um, but that elderly dog, that just kills me. It kills me. And there's like 3 senior cats there as well. They're above 9 years old. I mean, I know cats can live a lot longer, but they're still considered seniors once they hit around that age. Yep, I totally agree. But yeah, it's even going to be hard at the pet store because I don't necessarily agree with purchasing. I don't agree with purchasing reptiles there, or um, guinea pigs or rabbits or anything like that. I don't even, because those are all coming from mills too. Um, I don't agree with that either. And I'm gonna have to be around. Like, if I get this job, I'm not taking care of the reptiles. There's somebody else that takes care of the scaly ones, and someone who takes care of the fish. I'd be all the furry critters, the furry and the feathery. So it's gonna be really tough because I love animals, and whether they came from a place they shouldn't have come from in the first place, they're living creatures, and I'm gonna get attached. Your tortoiseshell is, wow, 18. Both of my cats, well, I have two cats now, but they're younger. But I had two cats that I had to put one down in 2014. He was 14 years old. And then the one I had to put down last year in April was also 14 years old. They just don't make it past 14. But I will not buy any animals from a pet store. I've also seen where they're putting their overstock of mice and fish in their dump. Oh, see, no. Ugh. At least I'm not working at either of those places. But no, yeah. If I saw anything like that in the dumpsters alive, I'd have to take them. I would have to take them, and then I'll rehome them or something. There was recently, fairly recently, earlier this year, a puppy was abandoned. It was put in a box or some sort of kennel, but it was put out with the trash. Um, and somebody had found it. Super, super cute dog. Luckily, someone found him, and he has been adopted. He's been had his vet care and everything. He was undernourished and all of that. Um, but somebody adopted him, and I was like so happy. FO Chicken, have a great day. Talk with you later. Yeah. Oh, I believe you. I believe you that that's happening. It also kills me because I've seen videos of people purposely, like a person, I mentioned this in one other video, taking newborn puppies and throwing them into a creek to drown them, just throwing them in. And I wanted to literally jump through the screen and go and rescue these babies. And then I saw a video where this woman purposely ran over. She had two big dogs. They were like German Shepherd, Husky type dogs, like a mix or whatever, but they had German Shepherd in them, I'm pretty sure. And they were standing outside, and she literally ran them over, like ran them over. Like you could see one of the dogs went under the wheels, went under the tire, and she backed up. And one of the dogs did not survive. She had way too many injuries. The other one did survive, but with a lot of medical care. And I seriously, I want to murder people. I'm not a violent person. Yeah, I couldn't. I I didn't want to watch it, but I felt like I had to watch it, and just I don't know. I could like it made my stomach turn. Ugh, like I just don't understand people. I don't understand people. And then there's even wild animals. Like I'm not a fan. I'm an animal lover. Period. But I'm not going to be a fan of possums necessarily because they can be pretty vicious or whatever. But when there are kids going around and setting them on fire, like I've seen a story where these kids like poured gas on this possum and then set him on fire. Seriously. Mm, I can't even. Can't even. Oh no. I hate putting animals down. It's so hard. Both of my cats that I had to put down are buried in my backyard. I brought them home. Those people should be just taken out and shot. They can do, yeah. If they can do it to animals, they can do it to people too. Yeah, it's a step above. It's a step below murderer, like people murderer. Yep. Vegas Ghost Girls, hello. LSP Productions, hello. How are you? Vegas, you're still in the hospital. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I actually have a very small video clip of, I think I titled the video Dealing with Loss, and it's a very small video clip of when I had to put my cat down. And you could hear me like uh, it was so hard. But I recorded it because my husband couldn't be there when we had to put her down. And I recorded it for him just in case he wanted to see it. And it's been a year and he has yet to watch it. Yep. I'll, we have fish that I'm attached to, and when they die, I'm going to cry. Fish. We've had a Jack Dempsey in our biggest tank for almost 5 years. Both me and my husband said we're going to be really upset when he dies. Oh, your husband's in the hospital too? Jeepers creepers. Is your what's wrong with your husband? I'm keeping my average on my thumbs up and my thumbs down. I got one thumbs down. I tend to get one every live stream, at least one. Pray for that person. It's a sad, sad person. Oh, yikes. I hope he's going to be okay. That's scary. Prayers, prayers for Vegas Ghost Girls and her husband. Prayers. E-Waste Mike, boo to you. How are you? I don't know if you're going boo or if you went boo. Something tells me it's the boo. Yep, I agree. It doesn't get me down, trust me. I mean, your average girl and Nike and they all know thumbs down don't get me down, because there was one 2 hour live stream I did where I had 118 thumbs down and we were celebrating. It was pretty funny. So it doesn't bother me. Uh-oh. E-waste, you're not feeling well again? You need to take it easy. You didn't learn your lesson. I'm still recovering from allergies, but I'll get day drunk the day she gets 100. Yes, I haven't got 100 likes yet, but I've had 118 dislikes. I need to get 100 likes now. That was a fun day. Yep, people got day drunk to celebrate my 118 dislikes. Oh, I'm gonna need to eat breakfast soon or lunch. It's gonna end up being lunch. My stomach's growling. Pretty soon you're gonna hear it coming through the screen, coming through your speakers. You're gonna hear roar. Thumbs down must have been a butthead. Yep, trolls. They may not come in here and troll, but they just give the. That's what it was when I got the 118. They were trolls because we were saying, oh, bring on those dislikes, and we averaged a dislike or two every minute, which is how I got 118 of them in 2 hours because we knew they were in there watching. I'm like, thank you for the views, thank you for the watch time, bring on those dislikes, and they were coming in, so we knew they were watching. Hope you feel better, e-waste. Better today. Good, good. Don't overdo it. I will get day drunk again when you hit 100 likes. Yeah. You give everyone a dislike, even yourself? Is that dislike I have from you then? Yes, not. Oh, I had a really bad cold in February and it lasted me like a month and a half. It was awful. Really bad cough to go with it. Oh, it was terrible. I had a fever a couple of days. You'll be number two. Yeah, the cough just is. Yeah, coughs are terrible. Yeah, Vegas said hers turned into pneumonia. Yeah, and then I think after I finally was getting rid of that cold, like a week later, I got another cold. It wasn't as bad. My husband thinks I just relapsed, but oh, yeah. I've never had pneumonia yet, and I'm hoping I won't. I still only see one. I see 22 likes and one dislike. Whew. Anybody have plans for Memorial Weekend? That's this weekend, isn't it? This weekend coming up is Memorial Weekend. It's usually after the Canadian holiday of Victoria Day weekend, which was this weekend that we just passed. Usually Memorial Day weekend follows that. Going back to the lake this weekend. Ooh, the lake. I want to go to the lake. You'll be working. You need to take a break there, mister. Husband has to go out of town and take care of his father's estate. Probably just going to be working on one of our buildings or working with the horses. I love horses. I love horses. We don't really have any plans either. My parents will be here. So, depending on what my parents want to do. I want to go ride some horses. I love horses. I haven't been horseback riding in years. I miss it. I want to go horseback riding. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. If I was going to get a horse, it would have to already be broken. I wouldn't be able to break a horse. I don't think I'd have the patience and I'd probably get killed. I'd get kicked in the head or something. My husband he took an IT class, took IT classes. He's a calibration technician, metrology. He does metrology, but if, oh, e-waste. Zing. Thank you. You're so nice. Uh, I know I need to lose a little bit of weight. I know I do, but I don't think I'd quite break the horse. You would train the horse for me, Zach? You're so sweet. I don't feel like putting in the work to disobey anymore. I've always, ever since I was a little kid, I've loved horses. My mom was like, the first chance you get to ride a horse, you're gonna be scared out of your mind, and you're not gonna do it. I did. I rode a horse. I did. One of my favorite things about visiting Bermuda when I was a teenager was that we went horseback riding every day. We went and did the trail rides every day. We got to ride the horses along the beach. I never thought I'd see the day that I would be able to do that. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What are you trying to say about Nike's boobs? Oh, oh Lord have mercy. Oh, that's awesome. I love how long they live too. My dad used to have a horse when he was a teenager, and I'm so jealous. When we were in Bermuda, the one horse that I got to ride, his name was Cannon, and they told beware, he likes to roll around in the sand. And I'm like, okay, what is that? Because I'm going to be riding him. It doesn't matter if someone's riding him; he will still roll in the sand. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to squash me. They said, well, don't worry. You just kind of got to pay attention, and if he starts to lower his head, raise him back up. But if he wants to roll in the sand, he said he's going to get down like a camel. He's going to kneel down first, and then he'll roll. Once he goes down, step off of him, and then he never did. So I was like, but I was nervous every time he'd want to lower his head. I'm like, no, no, because he was a big horse. I did not want to get squished. Get a big stout mule that can carry all the boobs. That's funny. Oh man. Yeah. It probably wasn't what I mean, I was all right. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a novice rider, but I wouldn't consider myself an intermediate or like an advanced rider either. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle-ish. But I had ridden enough horses that, I was still nervous about the idea of him rolling, but I managed to get him to not roll. I followed their directions on discouraging him, so he was a beautiful horse. I have a picture of him somewhere. The horse will want to use them as pillows. Who's Gina? I don't know the name Gina. What when my gelding colicked, he laid his head in my husband's lap. He did. Oh, see, that would kill me if I. Oh, oh, I couldn't even. Mm. I had a hard enough time when I was dog grooming, and we had an elderly. Well, yeah, she was an elderly giant schnauzer. She was big, looked exactly like a schnauzer. Just she was all black, and she was big, and she had cancer. She had bone cancer, and it was too far advanced. They couldn't do anything for her. And she came for one last groom. They wanted her to be groomed so that, she looked pretty, and, we weren't able to groom her the way we normally would because she was basically laying on the floor. And she had her head in my lap. And it was so sad. Like she would just lay there and had her head down, and I was petting her, and we were like trimming around her face, her eyes, and that kind of thing. And like a month later, she passed away. Killed me. She was such a sweetheart. He survived the colic. That's awesome. Ah, poor baby. I can't stand my husband said that's the thing with me. I'm an animal lover and I've got so many of them, but now I've got that many that I'm gonna bawl my eyes out over when I lose them. It's that part gets me every time. And all of them are young right now, so all of them are gonna be old at the same time, and oh Lord have mercy, if they all die around the same time, I'm gonna be kill me now. The cats will probably go well, not necessarily. As I say, the cats will probably go first because the cats are older than the dogs are. But cats can live longer than dogs too. Martin TV show, okay. But my cats are like 5 and 6. The dogs are 2 and 4. The rabbits are 2, around 2. The guinea pigs are all about a year old. The guinea pigs will go first because they won't live as long. The guinea pigs and the rabbits might go first because they live about 9 years or whatever. But I don't know. They're all around the same age. Everybody's around the cats are the oldest, but they can also live longer. So I don't know how it'll go. They were within a week and a oh my gosh. I yikes. It was the mother and one of her daughters. Oh, oh my gosh. No. That would I can't even think. Oh man. I am so sorry you had to deal with that. There was a dog when I was dog grooming. It was I can't a Lhasa Apso, I think it was. She was 20 years old. 20 years old. She was in horrible shape, but they still had her around. She couldn't hardly stand up. And at that point, I'm like, why haven't you put her down? Because I can't even imagine if she's in pain. She had to have been in pain. She couldn't hardly stand up. So she was laying down for a lot of the groom. And, I had to roll her this way and give her a haircut, roll her that way, give her a haircut, um, and that kind of thing. And then shortly after, like a matter of a couple of weeks after her groom, we got word that she passed away. But the thing is, she didn't pass away from her age. She passed away because her owner tripped over her and ended up breaking a bunch of her bones broke and they had to put her down. And I was like, "Oh my god, she didn't even die from her age. She died because her owner tripped over her." Like I can't even. Ugh. Herbert, good morning. How are you? 18-year-old Yorkie. See, and the little dogs can live longer than the big dogs. Somebody calling me. This last month and a half has been for. Oh, yeah, just losing people and losing pets. I can't. It's hard. It is very hard. Last summer, I lost my grandmother. I lost my uncle. This earlier this year, lost a good friend. Like I just, right? I can't even like she was already so old, and you would think that it would be the age that would kill her, and you just have an accident and trip over her, and oh, I can't even imagine how they're feeling. But I was so sad when I heard like we just saw that dog. I get way too attached too fast. Father-in-law passed away on the 7th. Brother-in-law had surgery for brain cancer and is in treatment. Lost 2 dogs, going to lose another soon. Oh man, I am so sorry. Prayers for you. Prayers for Arkine 13, you guys. That sucks. That sucks. Oh, I am very sorry for all your losses and your impending losses and yikes. Your boxer Penny is 12 years old. Run like a racehorse, but I see signs of age. Aw, yeah. I hate seeing animals struggle. There was a German Shepherd that people would bring in for grooming that she was getting older and she had arthritis really bad, and they wheeled her in a wagon. She sat in a wagon all with blankets and everything, and they would bring her in, and I would basically de-shed her. She had like these tufts of hair, but I would just brush her the best I could and clip her nails, and she just sits in this wagon. They wheel her around. You better go and do that, e-waste. Yeah, it sounds like you've had a crappy month and a half. I'm very, very sorry. That's awful. Yep, e-waste's bowels work very well. Oh, lordy. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna feed the dog, and then she's gonna want a potty after she eats, but give me a second, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. All right. As soon as she finishes eating, I'll have to let her outside, but okay. Even though they're full of crap, they never let me down, right? This shirt always malfunctions. Yes, definitely prayers for Arkine 13 for the crappy month and a half. That sucks. Speaking of them, I just looked at this. Okay. So, guys, at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, which is in about a half an hour, Nike will be going live. So, I'm going to want to be over there. Gear Vlogs, good morning. How are you? Yeah, it seems like when it rains, it pours. Everything happens at once. Yeah, we can rate her. Who is Nike? We can rate her. We just gotta stick it out here for another half an hour then. Which, if I'm gonna stick it out for another half an hour, I'm gonna have to. Well, maybe while she's finished eating, I'm gonna let her out, and then I'm gonna potty, and then I'll come back. All right, LSP, have a great day. So I'm gonna let out the dog because she's ready to go. She's ready to go out, and then I'm gonna potty and come back. Here, leave the bunny alone, please. Bunnies are off limits to you. Come here. Where's your Luke? Okay. Oh, rainy day, rainy day. All right, go. It's chilly. It's chilly outside. All right, now I'm going potty, and I'll be back, guys. I got Bella. Because she won't come down to me, I went up to her. There she is. Okay. No, I'm not gonna poop too. Evan Peck, hello. How are you doing? Whew. I need exercise, guys, because going up and down the stairs, whew, winded me. Yes, this is my Bella baby. Yes. Nike always has to poop. I do every day, just not now. I got over 120. Woohoo! You say hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. There's Bella. Say hi, everybody. Oh, mwah. You got an itchy ear? Oh, it feels good, huh? Yes. You need a bit of a haircut on your face. Zach says, "Good morning, Bella." She is a fur ball. Are you a fur ball? You are. Mwah. I lost Opsa a long, long time ago. He was a sweetie. He got stolen? Oh, man. You guys just don't have any luck. You got an itch or something? She's really leaning hard into my hand here. I feel really good. Your head's gonna fall off if you lean over any harder. What are you doing? Oh, mwah. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay, you can go. Yeah, if there were no holes or anything, then yeah, somebody must have. That's awful. Fighting Spirit, hello, how are you? Haven't seen you in a few days. I'm gonna have to let the other dog in since it's kind of raining. I don't want to keep her out there. You'll probably get to see her too. Yeah, she don't want kisses right now. Just rolling around on the other side of the couch here. What are you doing? I'm sorry, I won't watch you. Do your thing. You done? Oh, she's gonna clean herself now. You don't need to watch that part. You don't need to watch that part. Going back to work before I get fired. See y'all later. Alrighty, waste. Have a good day. Yeah, I do gotta do my bike riding. I do. Alright, let me let the dog back in. Try not to trip over all these cords. I've tripped over them before. Are you ready to come in? Yeah, you're ready to come in. You got wet feet, dog. You got yourself some wet feet, Missy. Leave the bunnies alone, please. Oh, Bella says, Brindley, you're not allowed up here. Excuse me. Hey, I said no bunnies. Come here. It's okay. Bella is very possessive. She does not like when Brindley invades her space. Brindley, why don't you come say hi? No, over here, Brindley. Brindley. Excuse me. Brindley. Oh, she's going upstairs to see Stacy. You just burped. Did you hear that? She burped. You just burped. Average girl is back for a minute. Brindley, come here. Did you hear it? Did you hear her burp? She's getting back down on the floor. You're gonna get tangled. Come here, Brindley. Brindley, come here. Come here. You just stepped on my picture. All right. Here's Brindley. Brindley. Hi. I guess it was loud. Bella, you didn't say excuse me. They heard you burp. They did. Neither do our little dogs. I snap at our younger dog when they. Yeah. Did you just burp too? I felt it. Oh, yeah, she did. Lordy, I felt it gurgle here. Then I smelled it. You say hi, everybody? Hi, everybody. Not to me, over there. Ugh, and she stinks even worse out this end. Brinley's just all around gassy all the time. You don't need coffee. Get away. Come here. Me and Nike going storm chasing together. My husband wants to do storm chasing. I'm like, no, no. You need to be safe. You gonna come up here and play? She got a new toy yesterday. We had to replace the one that she destroyed. It's a Kong toy. She's got it right now. So this thing. Ah! She loves this thing. Plays tug of war with it, whips herself in the face. She loves it. You like your toy? You like that Daddy got you a new toy? Huh? She always feels like she needs to grab the area that you're holding on to, so you gotta be careful. Hey. Ouch! Keep your feet to yourself. Ugh. It's a workout. If you hang on to that and let her, and she shakes it, it is a workout on the arms. It jumped to my grandparents' house, but threw a branch through the. Ooh! She wants to play. She wants me to grab it so she can get crazy. And Bella's down on the floor growling. Oh, gotta fix my shirt again. Getting lopsided and crazy. Ooh. Aww. Bless your heart for taking her. We basically got Brinley for free. Technically, we paid $20 for her. She was going to be $100, and we were like, well, can we give you payments? And they were like, yeah. So we gave them $20 to start. And since it was around close to Christmas, they were like, Merry Christmas, you don't need to give us any more money. So we only paid $20 for her. She got something sticky on her back. I don't know what she did. Maybe it's pollen from outside. Little territorial. See, they're not really territorial. Like Bella is more like an attention hog. If she's around us, she doesn't want anyone else around. She wants us to herself. Right? Bella's pretty mean to you, isn't she? And Brinley could have. Ow! She smacked me. Ouch! Ow! You go away with your rubber toy. She's just whipped me with it. Ow! She wants to play. And she just whipped me with that thing. It hurts. It hurts. Ouch. It's okay, Bella. Mama's all right. Oh, I know you want to play. I know. Don't whip that near me. It hurts. Okay, Bella. If you let go of it, I'll throw it for you. She shouldn't have been away from her mother yet. She was too young. No shit. Aw. Aw. Poor baby. I got a red mark on my arm now because you whipped me. Yeah, she wants to play. Ouch! That was my finger you bit down on. If you let go, I'll throw it. You're not going to give it to me. I'm not going to play with you because you hurt me. Ugh. It's okay, Bella. Bella's down there going. Oh, come here, Bella. Look. It's okay. It's okay. It really is okay. It really is. It's okay. She's whisper growling. She really is. She's whispering. My mom had a lab pit straight. Oh, okay, go. Drop a litter under her house. She's been posting videos. Some old man was all. Aw. Yeah. Pits don't. Look, I got a red mark on my finger from your teeth. I got a red mark on my arm from your rubber toy. Jeepers. That did hurt. That. Ow! Yeah, and pits really are sweet dogs. Raised right, they are very sweet dogs. I have yet to personally meet a mean pit. Every pit I've ever met has been very, very sweet. It's gross. That's funny. Yeah, I usually always get a female dog. I haven't owned a male yet. I've had a male cat, and I have a male rabbit. The male guinea pigs are extra stinky, but I haven't had any male dogs. I've always had females. I got it. Don't break my picture. Oh, Yumi and Benny is live now. Swim with the sharks. Oh, oh. The thing is, if we raid Yumi and Benny, it's only going to be for 15 minutes until Nike goes live. Does anybody want to raid Yumi and Benny? The live is called Swim with the Sharks and Chat with Ashley. Aw, poor babies. The link for Yumi and Benny? All right, let me check. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Brindley, leave the bunnies alone. Hey, leave the bunnies alone. All right, this is Yumi and Benny that we can raid until Nike goes. So that's Yumi and Benny. I'll go ahead and end this. For anybody who wants to raid Nike after, I'm sure a lot of you already have her. But I will, here. Here is the link for Nike. The first link is for Yumi and Benny. Second link is for Nike. So let's go raid Yumi and Benny first, and then we can go over and raid Nike. So I will see you guys there. Have a great day, guys.